Good morning, students. Today we are going to do chapter number 5 from our grammar book, that is Verbs Infinitives, page number 32. First of all, let us understand what the word verbs mean. Words that express an action or tell us what a person is, was, does, did, or has or had are called verbs. For example, Ruskin Bond is a famous author. In this sentence, is a verb. The word is a verb, and in another sentence, he has written many stories for children. In this sentence, has written is the verb, where has is the helping verb and written is the doing verb. Further, we shall have a look at the features of the verbs that are transitive and intransitive verbs. Verbs may be transitive or intransitive. A transitive verb requires an object to complete its meaning and indicates an action which passes over from the doer to an object. Note down that a transitive verb always requires an object to complete its meaning, and a transitive verb always indicates towards an action. For example, I found the necklace. In this sentence, found is transitive verb and the necklace is object. Now come to an intransitive verb. An intransitive verb does not require an object to complete its meaning. We find intransitive verb in a sentence where there is absence of object. For example, you are given with an example, that is the dog jumped. In this sentence, we are given with subject, we are given with the verb but no object. Jumped. The verb jumped is intransitive verb because there is no object. Again, focus at the definition. Intransitive verb does not require any object to complete its meaning. Okay, and sometimes an intransitive verb requires a word or group of words to make complete sense, but it does not require an object. This group of words is called a complement. In the following examples, that Lata Mangeshkar sings melodiously. Subhash Chandra Bose was a freedom fighter. In these two sentences, after the verb, we are given with complements, not objects. Melodiously and freedom fighter. These two words are complements. Remember, these are not objects, these are complements. Student, we shall now solve page number 33, exercise A. We are given with the heading that read the following sentences and state whether the verbs are transitive or intransitive after you underline the verbs. First one is, I borrowed the book from Tina. In this sentence, we have to underline the verb first of all. Then I have to identify that whether it is transitive or intransitive. In this sentence, it is very clear that borrowed is the verb, the book is the object, and from Tina is the indirect object. So we are clearly given with the object. That is why this verb is the transitive verb. In the second sentence, she solved the puzzle that was tricky. Puzzle is given here as an object, so obviously object is present there, so we are given with the transitive verb. Now try to solve exercise A completely. Identify the verbs and underline these verbs in the given 10 sentences. Within 2 minutes we will tally other answers. Mature answers, students. In exercise A, third one is, she was sketching a portrait. In this, was sketching is the verb and the verb is transitive. A portrait is object. Fourth sentence, we were in the hostel together. Were is verb, but it is intransitive sentence. Here hostel is the complement, not the object. In fifth sentence, they are organizing an excursion trip. Are organizing is the verb because, and it is transitive verb because an excursion here is acting as an object. Sixth sentence, the worm bit the leaf on the tree. Bit is the verb, the leaf is the object, that is why the verb is transitive verb. Seventh one, Jerry ate the cheese slices. Ate is verb, and obviously we are given with the object also, that is why verb is transitive. Robinson Crusoe rowed the boat. Rowed is the verb, it is transitive verb. He discovered the abandoned ship later. Discovered is verb because abandoned ship here is acting as object, and discovered is transitive verb. He locked the cupboard. Locked is the transitive verb. Now move to exercise B. What we have to do in this exercise, we have to identify transitive or intransitive verbs. Some sentences have on two objects. Out of these two objects, one is direct object, another one is indirect object. First one is done for us. Let us try to understand. The first example is, he returned the book to her. In this sentence, returned is verb, the book is direct object, to her, her is indirect object. But the verb here is transitive because we are given with the object also. In second one, the teacher delivered a lecture to the students. Verb is delivered. Direct object is a lecture. Indirect object is the students. Obviously, we are with the object. We are with an object. That is why delivered is transitive object. Transitive verb. Now solve this exercise till question number 8. Then we will again tell you the answers. Take 2 minutes for these sentences. Check your answers, students. In third sentence, the sun shone brightly. Sun is the subject, shone is the verb, but we are not given with any object. There is a word in the end, brightly, which is a complement, not the object. Try to understand, the word brightly is a complement, not object. That is why the verb shone is intransitive verb. Okay, write down verb in the column, fill shone, which is intransitive, put it in bracket, intransitive, and direct object the sun. Indirect object you may keep blank. If you want to mention a side, at a side you may mention complement. Here is brightly. In fourth sentence, I will give the golf set to Tina. Will give is the verb, direct object is the golf, Tina is indirect object. Okay, so clearly there is direct object present. So will give is the verb is transitive. Number 5, verb is dedicated, direct object is a song, indirect object is Lady Diana, verb is transitive. Sixth one, I saw the girl. Saw is the verb, the girl is direct object, and there is no indirect object, but there is object present, so that is why the verb is transitive.